3 words, 8 letters, and somehow, for millions of young people around the world, these 3 words have become more urgent than I have a plan, more exciting than I've built something on my own, and more common than I am working on myself. Hello everyone, my name is Fidèle VINOUVO, a second year civil engineering student from Benin, and today I want to talk about something that nobody wants to admit is a problem because it feels too good to be one. I want to talk about young people who are busy chasing love that they forget to build a life worth loving. Now, before you misunderstand, I am not here to say love is bad. I'm not here to say relationships are the enemy. I am, after all, a civil engineering student. I believe in building things, including eventually a relationship. But here's the thing about construction. You need a solid foundation before you start building walls, and you cannot lay a foundation if you haven't cleared the ground first. There is a window in every person's life, a golden window. When the mind is sharp, the energy is high, and the world is full of possibilities. For most of us, that window is in our 20s, our university years. This is the time to learn, to fail cheaply, because failure at 20 costs far less than failure at 40. But what are many young people doing with this window? They are spending it fully on romantic pursuits that leave them emotionally drained, academically behind, and financially nowhere. Warren Buffett once said, the most important investment you can make is in yourself, not in a relationship, not in anyone else's happiness. And yet, we live in a generation where a young man would skip class to surprise his girlfriend, go on a date, and spend his last money to impress someone who may not even be in his life in the next 6 months, and lose sleep over a text message instead of over his goals. Let me give you an example. Imagine a young man, brilliant, full of potential. He enters university with big dreams, but somewhere in his first year, he meets someone, and suddenly his dreams have competition. He starts prioritizing the relationship over his studies. His grades drop, slowly at first, but then all at once. The relationship then ends, as most university relationships do, and he is left with neither the person nor the degree. Now, also imagine a young woman who decides that instead of building her own future, she will attach herself to someone else's. She trades her independence for comfort, she trades her ambition for attention. Now, when that comfort disappears, as it often does, she finds herself starting from zero with nothing she built herself to stand on. These are not fictional characters, these are people we live with, these are people we know. Heartbreak is one of the most effective destroyers of academic focus ever invented, and I say this without irony. Imagine sitting at your desk, studying for your most important exam of the year, and suddenly your phone lights up. We need to talk. Honestly speaking, how many of you would choose not to respond to that message and continue studying? The problem is not love. The problem is using love as an escape from the discomfort of becoming someone. So, what is the answer? Avoid love forever? Become a monk? Focus only on work and pretend you do not have feelings? No, that's not what I mean. And frankly, it wouldn't work. The answer is patience, priority, timing. In civil engineering, we have principle. We do not install the roof before the foundation is set. We do not add the finishing touches before the structure is stable, and every step has its moment. The same is true for life. Build yourself, develop your skills, find your purpose, become someone you are proud of, and then, when you have something real to offer, when you can stand on your own 2 feet, love will not be an escape, it will be an addition. Michelle Obama said, you should not be looking for someone to complete you. A relationship is between 2 people who are complete, not between 2 incomplete people who are hoping for the other to fix something they could not fix themselves. And here is the beautiful irony. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you naturally become more attractive, not just physically, but also intellectually, emotionally, and financially. You become someone worth loving and someone who can love well. I started with 3 words, I love you, and I want to end with 3 different words I chose myself. Because here's the truth, The most romantic thing a young person can do is become someone extraordinary, someone who has a vision, a purpose, and a direction, someone who brings value to the table, not just feelings. Love is not the enemy of success, but premature love. Love before you know who you are. Love before you have something in your name is what steals your future. To every person listening, chase your dreams with the same intensity you chase relationships. Work on yourself with the same dedication you give to someone who may not be in your life in a year. Build your foundation before you invite someone to stay in your house, because a great story doesn't start with I love you, it starts with I am ready. My name is Fidèle VINOUVO. I study civil engineering, and every single day I am choosing to build myself before I love. Thank you.